Hi there. I would like to formally welcome you back to the McCreary Theater here at Old Post Office Playhouse, the home of the Green Room Community Theater. I don't know about you, but in my opinion, it has certainly been too long. If you don't know me, my name is Jonathan Whitener, and I'm the choir and theater director at North Lincoln High School, and I've had the privilege of performing in and music directing shows such as West Side Story, Seussical, and Disney's Little Mermaid here at the Green Room. The COVID-19 pandemic has not only been a formidable obstacle for our theaters, but has also kept us all from taking part in one of our greatest traditions. Since the dawn of time, we have gathered in caves and around fires and parks in front of screens and stages to tell the story, our stories, to make dreams into reality and to take journeys that we would have never taken otherwise. The Green Room has a rich history filled with memorable performances, and now more than ever, we need to hear the stories. As such, several members of the Green Room family have gotten together to reminisce about chapters in Green Room seasons past. We are so excited to present to you Memorable Music Moments, a virtual concert. I assure you that this is only an intermission and that the final curtain hasn't fallen on our great tradition. And just like every other war, pandemic, or other acts of God, theater will come back stronger than ever before. We can only do that with support from viewers like you. While you're taking this trip down memory lane, you're sure to find yourself excited to return to the theater. And when that happens, please click the link below or go to the Green Room's webpage and buy your season tickets. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to all the performers you're about to see, especially the amazing and incomparable Kathy Banner, Christopher Lockman, and Jeff Hartman, all three of which will be accompanying us on piano. Almost all of the numbers you're about to see are being accompanied live on stage. A few general housekeeping notes. In case of emergency, well, hopefully you know your own emergency exits. I don't know. Feel free to keep your personal electronic devices out. You're not going to bother us while playing Disney Emoji Blitz, and there will be an intermission, and quite frankly, I don't care where you enjoy your snacks. Lastly, whether or not you're in pajamas or dressing up for a night out at the theater, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy Memorable Musical Moments, a virtual concert.
Hello, my name's Davis Branch, and I've been auditioning and performing and taking a part in my community with the Green Room Community Theater for over a decade now. I love working with the Green Room because I get to be with some of my best friends performing, and we have the best times. One of my favorite memories was working with Sonia Rosales during Grease, who will now be performing with you along with Jeremy Whitener with a number from The Drowsy Chaperone.
I'm sure that you have heard the name I'll die for, a ladies' man who wins a claim I'll die for. Well, lovely miss, I am the same I'll die for. I introduce myself, I am I'll die for.
Great. What does that have to do with buying a season ticket for the Green Room?
Not so fast, now just in case you're bleeding here I'll die for. I'll try to make it very clear I'll die for. The lovely ladies always sing I'll die for. When I repeat myself, I am I'll die for.
Understood.
I can sing it high, I'll die for. I can sing it low, I'll die for. I can sing it very fast, and I can sing it very slowly. I do it now, but it will take hours. Now let us see if you can remember my name. Now who's the fellow that you see?
Adolfo.
And how shall you refer to me?
Adolfo.
And who is it always be?
Adolfo.
Now sing it proudly.
You are Adolfo.
Now let me spell it out for you. For all those lovely ladies out there that did not hear me the first time for some reason. Maybe you're not paying attention, or on your cell phone or TikTok, or I guess it's a video so you can just rewind it and watch it again. Go buy a season ticket. It goes.
Whoa, it's time for everybody to meet me. I go way back, back before the green room was here, back before the green room was with David and Sherry. That's right. Anyway, I've done directing, acting, green beans, managing. Even after grad school, they let me design lights. That was so groovy. Okay, so anyway, I'm Holly Sherrill. I've been here for a while, and I love it. I love the green room. So, up next is David and David. You know, the Davids, but not those Davids, two other Davids. David Townsend and David the other one. Hood, that's it, David Hood. And they're going to sing something about Lily from The Secret Garden. Okay, take it away, guys.
Strangely quiet, but now the storm simply rests to strike again. Standing waiting, I think of her. I think of her. Just Mary, she leaves the room, yet remains. She lingers on. Something stirs me to think of her. I think of her. Oh, death, she casts her spell. All night we hear her sighs, and now a girl has come who has her eyes. She has her eyes. The girl has Lily's hazel eyes, those eyes that saw him happy long ago. Those eyes that gave him life and hope he'd never known. How can he see the girl and miss those hazel eyes? The girl has Lily's hazel eyes, those eyes that closed and left me all alone. Those eyes I fear will never ever let me go. How can I see this girl who has her hazel eyes? In Lily's eyes a castle this house seemed to be, and I the bravest knight became. My lady fair was she. She has her eyes. The girl has my Lily's hazel eyes. Those eyes that loved my brother, never me. Those eyes that never saw me, never knew I longed to hold her close, to live and last in Lily's eyes. Imagine me a lover. I longed for the day she'd turn and see me standing there. Would God had let her stay. She has her eyes. She has my Lily's hazel eyes. Those eyes that saw me happy long ago. How can I now forget that once I dared to be in love, alive and whole, in Lily's eyes, in Lily's eyes.
Hi, I am Christian Underwood, and I am delighted to be a part of tonight's presentation. I actually started working with the Green Room in 2006. Shakespeare Camp was my very first time working at the Green Room at the old building. My very first show here was Pippin, which also Allison Andrews was in, and that's where we met, and we have been friends ever since. So I'm delighted to introduce Allison Andrews singing Stepsister's Lament from Cinderella.
Why would a fellow want a girl like her, a frail and fluffy beauty? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me? She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm, and with very little trouble I can break her little arm. a lovely girl like me. Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink, but not any pinker than a rose's. Her skin may be delicate and soft, but not any softer than a dose's. Her neck is no wider than a swan. She's only as dainty as a daisy. She's only as graceful as a bird. So why is a fellow going crazy? Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely mean? What's the matter with a man? What's the matter with a man? What's the matter with a man?
Hello, I'm Jonathan Ray. About 29 years ago, the Green Room was looking for someone else to direct for their season, and they approached me, and they offered me a show to direct. It was called Nonsense. The following year, I directed Irene. And over the years, the past 29 years, I have directed more than 25 shows for the Green Room on the main stage, Black Box, Shakespeare in the Park, and in other places. I've enjoyed my time working with the Green Room very much. And one of the people I've enjoyed working with is Amanda Polly. Now, Amanda has been a musical director here, and she's also performed. It was my privilege to perform with her in Beauty and the Beast, in which she played Mrs. Potts, and I played Crazy Maurice. And so here to share the song, the title song of Beauty and the Beast, is Amanda Polly.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Both a little strange, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast, ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise. Tale as old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong, certain as the sun, rising in the east. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Off to the cupboard with you now, Chip. It's past your bedtime. Good night, love.
Hi, my name is John David Brown. I'm the creative director here at the Green Room Community Theater. Perhaps you recognize me from one of my curtain speeches. Well, 15 years ago, In January of 2005, the Green Room produced a musical called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, which I had the honor of directing. Now, this is a special musical for me for many reasons, one of which is I met one of the most talented and creative people in my life when I cast Robbie Fulton Hoflick in the role of Huckleberry Finn. Now, Robbie is not only a wonderful performer, but also a gifted songwriter and musician, and is one of the most organized people that I know. Now, he quickly became part of the Green Room's family, and we collaborated on many productions and projects, including Green Bean Player Productions, Creative Works, and Camp Shanklin-Waco. You may have seen Robbie in some of Green Room productions like Fiddler on the Roof, Barefoot in the Park, and The Wizard of Oz. He has also directed, stage managed, and choreographed many other productions here, and more recently he has joined the staff as the education director as well as the administrative assistant. Joining Robbie on stage tonight is another incredibly talented young man, Jared Walksmith, who played the role of Huckleberry Finn when the Green Room produced The Adventures of Tom Sawyer again last spring in 2019, this time directed by Allison Andrews. And Jared has been seen in countless productions here at the Green Room. Besides being a presence to reckon with on stage, he is also an accomplished artist, ballet dancer, and an amazing teacher. You don't know how honored I am to get to introduce these two incredibly gifted men performing in the song that they each brought to life here on the stage. Singing I Can Read from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer is Robbie Fulton Hoflick and Jared Walksmith.
They said I couldn't do it, they said I never would. They told me education wouldn't do me any good. It's like they had some secret, a poor boy weren't allowed. They said I couldn't do it, but I did it anyhow. I can read and I can write and they were wrong. I can tell you what these words are all day long. I can spell them and recite them. You could do it infinitum if there was ever any doubt, my boy, it's gone. From memory I can say my ABCs and put them all as pretty as you please. You study day and night, now your victory's in sight. I can read and you can write and they were wrong. Did you teach me all the letters? Yes, you know all 26 and all the combinations. Yes, I taught you all my tricks. I before E, except after C. I do believe I know. Well, get out there and show. I can read and you can write and they were wrong. Heck, I told them I could do it all along. It just took a little practice. You stuck to it like a cactus. Your life's gonna be so different from now on. You can read and you can write and they were wrong. Now what you gonna say? I don't belong. The whole world's a little better. Old Huckster made his letters. No sword will ever make you half that strong. I can read, you can read, and I can write, and you can write, and they were wrong.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. My name is Jeremy Whitener, and I've been performing with the Green Room for 19 years now. Two shows that I had the great joy of performing in was West Side Story and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. We will now hear from two performers who will be performing a selection from each one mashed up together into a beautiful production. Our first performer is Sam Munoz, Steyer now because she just got married, and she will be singing Somewhere from West Side Story, and John David Whitener will be performing Someday from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us, time together with time to spare, time
the world's older, when we have learned, I pray someday we may yet live to live and let live. Someday life will be rarer, need will be rarer.
Time and place.
Godspeed is Primordium on its way.
And I'll take
It comes someday. Change will come one day
someday
soon.
Hi, my name's Donna Dell, and in 1997, my son talked me into auditioning with him for Oliver. Neither of us really expected to get parts, and were blown away when it did happen. From then on, it was a love affair with the theater. Everything was new to us. The language, the tech, getting yelled at for messing up on choreography, and the magic. I think it was the magic that brought us in the most. Since that time, I've been able to do several shows with the Green Room, be part of Shakespeare in the Park and Shakespeare Camp, as well as starting off with the Green Beans. All through that time, I've got to say, what's been consistent is the magic that the Green Room in particular, and theater in general, brings to me and to our family. Also with that has been just a cornucopia of friendships that have been able to be started from the theater and have often morphed into more than friendship, into a sense of family. And that brings me to one of the people that I'm privileged to be able to introduce, Gardy Munoz. Our relationship really started off at work. He is a psychiatrist that worked in the same building that I did, and so was often somebody I had to consult with. Little did I know that behind his mild-mannered exterior, Gardy was a raging thespian. He loves the theater as much as anybody I know. He's been able to do several shows with the Green Room, including Fiddler on the Roof, which we were able to do together, Pippin, The Fantastics, which we were also able to do together, a couple of shows at HCT, and most importantly, Gardy was in the very first show at the OPOP, which is The King and I. He was a wonderful king, and just brought joy to everybody who came to see that show on those sold-out nights. Gardy, who is a puzzlement to many of us, will be singing a puzzlement from The King and I.
When I was a boy, world's a better spot. So what so was so, I was not. Now I am a man, world has changed a lot. Something nearly so, others nearly not. There are times I almost think I am not sure of what I absolutely know. Overflowed by confusion, in conclusion I concluded long ago. In my head are many facts, a student I've studied to procure. In my head are many facts, of which I wish I was more certain I was sure. It's a puzzlement. Should I join the other nations in alliance? If allies are weak, am I not best alone? If allies are strong, with powers to protect me, might they not protect me all that I have owned? It's a danger to be trusting one another. One is seldom one to do what other pleases. But unless someday somebody trusts somebody, there's nothing left on earth, accepting fishes. There are times I always think nobody's sure in what he absolutely knew. Oh, everybody find confusion in conclusion. They concluded long ago. And it puzzles me to learn that though a man may be in doubt of what he knows, very quickly he will fight to prove that what doesn't know is so. Oh, sometimes I think that people are so mad. Oh, sometimes I think that people not so bad. Or whatever I think, I must go on living life, a ruler of my kingdom. I must go forth, as father to my children, and husband to each wife, etc., and so forth. Oh, our Lord in heaven, Buddha, show the way. Every day I want to live another day. Oh, my Lord in heaven, Buddha, show the way. Every day I want to be my best today. But it's a puzzlement.
The next Pink Lady performing is a dear friend of mine, Sarah Lane. She played our Jan and was kind enough to help me with the quick changes that Sandy goes through. And fun fact, our blonde wig came from the fellow performer who's joining her, David Zealy Wright. Here to snatch all our wigs are Sarah and David performing Welcome to the 60s from Hairspray.
Hey mama, take my hand.
First, let's take a pit stop at the wiener stand.
Hey mama, take a chance.
Oh, Tracy, it's been years since someone asked me to dance.
So I go the past now. Say hello to the light in your eyes. Yes, I know that the world's spinning fast now, but you gotta run the race to win the prize. Hey mama, welcome to the 60s. Oh mama, welcome to the 60s. Go mama, go, go, go.
Hey Tracy, look at me. I'm the cutest chickie that you ever did see. Hey Tracy, hey baby, look at us. There's hair repair that's half as fabulous. Now let go in the past now. Say hello to this red carpet ride. Yes, I know that the world's spinning fast now. Tell all the Bridget ought to step aside. Your mama's welcome in the 60s. Your mama's welcome in the 60s.
Hello, my name is Allison Andrews, and I've had the pleasure of being a member of the Green Room family for over 15 years now. I started out performing, and now I've directed recent productions including The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Seussical, The Little Mermaid, and more. It has been a pleasure working on this project this evening, and you saw me singing earlier from one of my favorite shows that I've done here, Cinderella, with the Stepsisters Lament. If you have not done so, I encourage you to donate to the theater and or purchase a season ticket. By doing these things, you are helping prolong the life of the Green Room Community Theater and by strengthening our community through theater, fellowship, and creativity. We'll be taking a brief stretch break at this moment, so get up, take a little stretch break, and I'd like for you to see our season sponsors. Because of these sponsors that we have, we are able to produce such great shows. Thank you so much and enjoy your stretch break.
Our next performer is Bill Morgan. Bill has directed and acted in many productions here at the Green Room, including directing one of my favorite shows, The Drowsy Chaperone. But holy cannoli, we got a good one for you next. We also got his performance from Trouble from the Music Man.
Friend, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are unaware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly mighty proud to say I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to give an ironclad lead to yourself from the three-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a ball-line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth, the first big step on the road to the depths of degradation. I say first it's medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle, and the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit and listening to some big out-of-town Jasper hearing him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they sit down right on a horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch, make your blood boil, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets on the table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, all week long, your River City youth will be fretting away. I say your young men will be fretting away their noontime, tour time, summertime too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind getting dandelions pulled to the screen door patch or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with the cistern empty on a Saturday night. You got trouble, oh yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. Thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker shirt tails, young ones peeking in the pool all winter after school. You got trouble, folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. I know all you folks are the right kind of parents, and I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around the hall? They'll be trying out Bevo, trying out Cubebs, trying out tailor-made like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up the telltale breath with Sin one fine night. They leave the pool hall heading for the dance in the armory, libertine men and scarlet women, and ragtime, shameless music will drag your son and your daughter to the arms of jungle animal instinct master. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground.
The Green Room has produced Grease twice, and I was lucky enough to be a part of it during the 2018 production, where we sold out every single seat, every single show. Working with Sonia and the rest of the Pink Ladies was an absolute treat, and I am so pleased to introduce her as she sings her powerful ballad, There Are Worse Things I Could Do.
There are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two. Even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good, I suppose it could be true. But there are worse things I could do. I could flirt with all the guys, smile at them and bat my eyes, press against them when we dance, make them think they stand a chance, and refuse to see it through. That's a thing I'd never do. I could stay home every night, wait around for Mr. Right, take cold showers every day, and throw my life away on a dream that won't come true. I could hurt someone like me out of spite or jealousy. I don't steal and I don't lie, but I can feel and I can cry. Affect
so good, I can't even begin to tell you. So up next are two people, you've read about them in the Outlook, you've seen them on the cover of other things, and now here they are. That very talented Caleb Warren, who I don't know who taught him, but they were a genius, and Heather, and they're going to sing something from Little Shop called Suddenly Seymour. Sock it to 'em, guys.
Lift up your head, wash off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe your lipstick away. Show me your face, clean as the morning. I know things are bad, but now they're okay. Suddenly, Seymour is standing beside you. You don't need no makeup, don't have to pretend. Suddenly, Seymour is here to provide you sweet understanding. Seymour is your
Nobody ever treated me kindly. Daddy left early, Mama was poor. I meet a man and I follow him blindly. He'd snap his fingers, me I'd say sure. Suddenly Seymour is standing beside me. He don't give me orders, he don't condescend. Suddenly Seymour is here to provide me sweet understanding. Seymour's my friend.
laugh till forever. Tell me about times are clean washed away.
Please understand that it's still strange and frightening. With losers like I've been, it's so hard to say. Suddenly Seymour, he purified you. Suddenly Seymour, show me I can be more. The girl that's inside me.
With sweet understanding.
Sweet understanding.
Understanding.
With sweet understanding. Sweet understanding. Seymour's your
It is my honor to be able to introduce one of the kindest, most helpful, most talented people I know. Kathy Banner has been involved with the Green Room since its very early days in 2008, when she often played in the orchestra for many shows. She's also been in many shows, including Anne of Green Gables, which we did together, Camelot, Sound of Music, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Fiddler on the Roof, Miss Nelson is Missing, and The Secret Garden. Kathy has also been the music director for many shows. Kathy started off in her working relationship with the Green Room as the administrative assistant, but that quickly morphed into a full-time position, which due to her many talents has turned into her being the executive director for the Green Room in this very memorable year. Kathy has had many mountains to climb this year, as 2020 has proved to have been challenging for all of us. And in that vein, she will be singing Climb Every Mountain from Sound of Music.
Our next performer is David Townsend. David and I have been in many shows together, and he will be singing many songs from many shows tonight. He is doing a medley all the way from Oklahoma to Sweeney Todd, so sit back and enjoy the David Townsend medley.
All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy it don't miss a tree. And old weeping Willer is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You'll look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook. Stick out that noble chin. Wipe off that full of doubt look. Slap on a happy grin. And spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Strut down the street and have your picture took. Dressed like a dream, your spirits seem to turn about. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Beneath your parasol, the world is all a smile that makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your patent leathers, your beads and buckles and bows, for there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes. Little less talk, little more skill, little less luck, little more will. Gotta face this fella eye to eye. Now that I've seen you chasing moles, climbing trees, digging holes, catching a string on everything passing by, why not fly? Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around. Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays. I'll send them howling, I don't care, I love ways. I'm General Genghis Khan Schmitz. I scare children out of their wits. But you'll see at a glance, sir, my school is the answer for shirkers and dreamers and twits. And in this case, I'd say the shoe fits. The military academy is the place where he should be sent. We'll drill the silliness from his head, I'm sure we'll make a dent. We'll teach him fighting and left and righting until he's muscled and tan. A hot 2, 3, he's pathetic. A hot 2, 3, unathletic. A hot 2, 3, and I'm certain we can. The military, that's what makes a boy a man. Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room.
strange as it seems. The sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered, someone fade me, but the passengers, they knew right from wrong, for the people said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Oh, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, every night, my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yow, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, okay.
Hi, it's Jonathan Ray again. In addition to directing at the Green Room, I've also acted. Back in 1995, I was a gangster, and I gave my regards to Broadway. But the second show I did was The Fantastics at the old auditorium. And in that show, I met a wonderful young lady named Carol Ann Coble. And she was playing Louisa. And she was brilliant and marvelous as this young flighty bird. And she met someone there named Jeff Hartman. Well, before long, they were married. And so I'm very excited to be here to introduce you to Carol Ann Hartman. She's married to Jeff, and she has 3 sons, Timmy, Coble, and Kellen. And we were involved most recently in a show called Bright Star, which is probably one of the best shows I've ever been in out of the 65 productions I've acted at the Green Room. So here's Carol Ann singing At Last.
As the sky was darkening through years of night, I felt a door was opening to this gorgeous morning light. At last,
Kathy Banner, and I'm the Executive Director of the Green Room Community Theater. On behalf of the Board of Directors, our staff, and our volunteers, thank you for tuning in to this virtual concert. We certainly hope that you enjoyed it. And thank you to those who have donated or purchased season tickets. Your support is so greatly appreciated. We are making great plans for the coming season, and we look forward to seeing you soon at the Green Room as we make more memorable moments together. Until then, take care and stay safe.
You can't stop the avalanche as it races down the hill. You can try to stop the seasons, girl, but you know you never will. And you can try to stop my dancing feet, but I just cannot stand still. There's the world keeps spinning round and round, and my heart's keeping time to the speed of sound. I was lost till I heard the drum, and I found my way. But you can't stop the beat. Ever since this whole world began, a woman found out if she could shake up a man. And so I'm gonna shake and shimmy and the best that I can today. You can't stop the motion of the ocean or the sun in the sky. You can wonder if you wanna, but I'll never ask why. And if you try to hold me down, I'm gonna spit in your eye and say, you can't stop the beat.
You can't stop my happiness, 'cause I like the way I am. And you just can't stop my knife and fork when I see a Christmas ham. And if you don't like the way I look, well, I just don't give a damn. 'Cause the world keeps spinning round and round,
And my heart's keeping time to the speed of sound. I was lost till I heard the drum, and I found my way. You can't stop the motion of the ocean or the sun in the sky. You can wonder if you wanna, but I'll never ask why. And if you try to hold me down, I'm gonna spit in your eye and say, you can't stop the beat.
Ever since we first saw the sun